Hi everyone, I'm Michael Ware with NotationTemplates.com. I'd like to show you how to use my church/pop choir template in Dorico. I think it'll save you so much time. Let's take a look. I'm open to the template here in Dorico Pro. The first thing you'll see is this working score. And included on the working score are an instrumental part. So if you're writing an obligato part to go along with your choral piece, that staff is included here. It's labeled as flute, but you can change it to anything that you want. And then we have our choir. It's in a condensed format with soprano and alto on one staff and tenor and bass on one staff. We then have our piano rhythm and then a staff for a lead sheet. So if you need to write out a lead sheet to give to your band, you can do that as well. There are several layouts included in the template, and all the layouts use Times New Roman as the text font and Finale Maestro as a music font. I think it'll make a very nice, clean look for your scores. So we have the working score, as you can see here. We also have an Octavo formatted choral score. Octavo size is 6 3/4 by 10 1/2. That's very common for published choral music. And here we don't have the lead sheet, we don't have the instrumental part, although you could go to setup and include the instrumental part if you wanted to. The choral score is designed by default to have 2 systems on the first page and 3 systems on subsequent pages. But if you've worked with choral scores, you know there are lots of exceptions to those rules. So you can kind of reformat however you want to. Then we have an instrumental part, and this is on 8 1/2 by 11 size paper, but there's also an instrumental part on Octavo size paper if you're trying to include your instrumental part on the back of your choral music, like on the last few pages. So that's available to you as well. We have a choir only part on 8 1/2 by 11. That's common for publishers that have music available as a download where you'd print it yourself. It makes for less pages for the choir. Then piano rhythm, if you need that for your band, or a lead sheet, especially for a guitarist. So all this is built in to the template. I would encourage you with the score information at the top of the first page. Don't edit it here, but actually go to File and Project Info and do it here in this window, and that will change it everywhere all at once. I'll put my name here as an example. There we go. As always with Dorico, it's made where you can get started writing very easily. You can use all the great features of Dorico with the popovers. One of my favorite things about how Dorico works. And especially if you're actually writing music in the template, this will be very, very well formatted for you. So you shouldn't have to do much unless you have especially in your Octavo score, staves coming in and out where you'd have to do some adjustments with which staves are showing. But you should get very good results. I want to show you what it's like to copy music into the template. I have a piece that I arranged, Near My God to Thee. I originally did this in Sibelius, and I exported it as music XML and brought it into Dorico. I have done nothing with this file in Dorico. So I'm actually going to Command A, select all. That would be Control A on Windows. It even selected the frame breaks and system breaks. I think these frame breaks were pretty good from the original Sibelius version. I did have several staves that were hidden on these first couple of pages, so that's going to be a little weird, but I'll Command C and copy. And now in the template, I will Command V and paste. So again, my first 2 pages are a little bit strange because I need to manually hide some of these staves. But once we get past that, you can see how good the formatting looks overall. There were a few things that were lost in translation from the music XML file, like this definitely had a slur there and here. But overall, very nicely formatted. This is a great starting place for this choral score. As I said, I would have to do some things with manual staff visibility in Dorico to get this to view like I wanted it to, and hide the choir here. And then this would be, if I remember, soprano, alto only at the beginning. And then the min come in here at 16. Again, this just depends on your piece and what staves need to be shown at the right time. And then the ladies come back in at the top of page 3 there. Reset. So that was pretty quick at doing that. I hope this gives you an idea of the power of this choral template in Dorico. I hope you'll check it out at notationtemplates.com. Thanks for watching.